Peculiars have been persecuted through the ages. Hence, we live in places like this. I'm a type of peculiar called an imbrine.
Yeah, you turn into a bird.
Well, I do, yes. But that's not very useful. An imbrine's main skill is the manipulation of time. We choose a safe place, a safe day, and create a loop.
What do you mean?
Well, a loop preserves the last 24 hours. Reset the loop, and the day is yours to live in again. Reset it daily, and you can stay there forever. Entirely safe from the outside world. Every imbrine commits herself to the creation and upkeep of a place like this. A home for peculiar children.
And that is a clip from Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. The director is Tim Burton. Tim, hello. How are you, sir?
Nice to see you, sir.
Very nice to have you back on the program. I think it was Big Eyes that you came and...
Yeah, I don't know. I seem to be obsessed with eyes. I'm not quite sure why. But yeah.
But that feels like quite a while ago. Does the before we talk about this, does the process take longer now, or do you enjoy that process of selection of finding a book, finding a story, looking for a screenplay? Is that as much fun now as it used to be?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't know about the book when it came out, and when I saw it, it was funny because it was the first time I said I liked the book before even reading it, because I opened it up and saw the pictures that were in the book, and I thought, wow, it was an interesting way that Ransom constructed the story around these photographs.
So this is Ransom Riggs. So and the book has the same title
Yes.
As the movie. And I'm the same as you. It completely passed me by, and it only came out in like 2000. Because I was thinking, did this come out in 1935 or something? This,
Yeah, well, it's like a
this story.
discovery that way. It's
Yeah.
true. That's what I liked when I thumbed through it. And I collect old photographs myself, so there's something about photographs that I find very compelling. It tells you a story, but it doesn't tell you everything. There's a sense of mystery or poetry or discovery about it, like you're discovering something from in somebody's drawer.
Tell us what the story is.
Well, it's basically about a kid who, doesn't feel like in America, who doesn't feel like like a lot of teenagers, like I felt, didn't feel like he kind of fit into society very much, didn't feel a part of the world, and has a very close relationship with his grandfather, who used to tell him all these weird bedtime stories and show him these pictures of, like weird bedtime stories. And it's just kind of a journey of discovery. It's got the themes of what's real and what's fantasy and what's reality, and those feelings of feeling peculiar as a child. It had a lot of themes in it that I responded to.
Yeah, I mean, people might see. There may well be people who saw the book, who read the book, saw the title "Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children," and their first thought was, "This would make a good Tim Burton film," because it was sort of waiting for you to get hold of this story. Tell us about the school and the home and Miss Peregrine.
Well, I mean, I always thought of Miss Peregrine as a sort of a weird kind of scary Poppins kind of guy. Although Mary Poppins herself, I've always found a bit scary anyway. So it's not much of a difference there. But, no, she's the caretaker, the sort of headmistress of this home for peculiar children. And is played by Eva Green, who, was my first choice because, she is an amazing actress and looks like she could turn into a bird. And, and I love people who can be, funny, dramatic, emotional, strong, weird, mysterious, powerful, all in one go, and she's like one of the only people I know who can do it all in once.
Yeah, we have a running joke on the program about women who smoke pipes. I can't even remember how it started. We were trying to find listeners who were women who smoke pipes, and then the first time we see Eva Green as Miss Peregrine, she opens the door, she's smoking a pipe, and it says, I don't know what it says, but it says peculiar, I suppose.
Yeah, what's in that pipe? That's what I want to know. But but that was an image in the book too. There was a sort of a silhouetted image, and it is. You're right, and I don't know why. I mean, I think how many movies can you name that have women smoking pipes?
Yeah, well, very, very few. Well, there aren't that many women who smoke pipes anyway. But if anyone's going to get away with it, Ava Green is. In fact, it's not that peculiar when she.
I think she actually does smoke a pipe, but I'm not sure about it. You have to ask her.
You've worked with her before. Dark Shadows was, and once you've said Scary Poppins, instantly people get it. I think, don't they? And the children that she's looking after, how would it be easy to describe them incorrectly because they are special, they are peculiar. There's an oddity. What words would you
but
use?
the thing that I always, because everybody go, oh, they're powers. Well, I said, well, they don't really have powers. They're just more afflictions, you know. I mean, it's just one boy happens to have bees living inside of him. Okay, another girl happens to have a mouth on the back of her head. You know, another one's invisible and can float, set things on fire. You know, these I never considered them as like these are like superheroes or superpowers. They're basically just kids that have these sort of peculiarities, and that's what I liked about it. You know, it's like, because that sort of tapped into this sort of feeling. I remember how certain people were categorized as children. It's like, oh, that person's weird, or that person's not good at sport, or weird. But at the end of it all, they're basically just children, and that's the thing that I really loved about it.
And Asa Butterfield, who I guess came to most people's attention as in Hugo, where he put in such a great performance. But he's great, isn't he? So
I love
Jake,
him.
He's like your lead.
Well, when he came in, I just thought, well, he looks peculiar. He looks like he doesn't. You know, obviously he's grown about 8 feet since Hugo.
You're saying he looks peculiar, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but he also has a sensitivity and a gravity and a sort of internal, emotional, quiet, strong intelligence that I just felt completely right for the part. And since he's the main character, it's nice to feel close for me to somebody like that. You know, in terms of like my memory of that time and my memory of those feelings, and he really was able to project that.
Your adult cast is extraordinary, but just on the children, obviously it being a school for peculiar children, a lot hangs on them and the performances that you get out of them. Did you have any reticence at all about going back and running the school and finding these children?
Yeah. Well, it's hard because a lot of these kids hadn't worked before. A lot of them, some had acted, some hadn't before. So, I just tried to find people that had that kids, no matter what age they were, that sort of quality that you would sort of describe as an old soul, you know, like they'd had a past life experience or something, you know, there's sort of a gravity to them. So even if they hadn't acted, I was looking for that sort of thing. And then luckily, as, just the way films are made anyway, it's like a weird family, just your crew and everybody that you're working on a film with. But I was noticing off the set that the kids were all bonding, that the older kids were helping the younger kids, and it made me feel really strong that we'd found the right group of kids, because they were again sort of method acting without really knowing what they were doing, that way, and so it was, because like I said, we were all helped by just the nature of the filmmaking process, which is the bizarre family.
Yeah, and a lot of the story revolves around Blackpool. Very rare in a movie. Lots of jokes about Wales. Very rare in a movie.
A few ones about Florida,
Yeah.
I bring it back to my own country too. Don't worry, I make fun of. I can make fun of anything.
Yeah. But there are. I think it's okay. There's a big section at the end of the movie in Blackpool. Yeah. Has that ever been done before?
Oh, I'm sure there's been
Maybe
Blackpool movies. No, but I mean, I don't know why I like Blackpool so much. I mean, it might take me a few years of therapy to figure that one out. But I just always, and then I just realized I did a music video there. I'm definitely drawn to Blackpool. I got to light the lights of Blackpool last year, by the way. Yeah, it was very exciting.
Can I just ask you about Beetlejuice 2? Where is that? Not happening? You shook your head there?
No, it's under the chair. No, look, it's a project that I may or may not do. I think after a few movies that I'd done got canceled, like a Superman movie and things like that. I don't talk about anything like that anymore, because I thought as soon as I say I've got a 5-picture deal with it's gonna go crashing and burning. Fine. It's a good. I love the character. I love Winona, right? But we'll see what happens.
So you can't answer about live action Dumbo.
No, I can't. No, because I mean, maybe I do these things, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll go get my old restaurant job back. I mean, anything is possible.
Tim, it's been great having you on the show again. I normally just say, so what's your next project? But you're clearly not. That's not a question that you're prepared to take part in. I would think.
No.
Well, whatever it is, I'm sure we'll look forward.
We'll see.
We'll see you again. Tim Burton, thank you very much.
Thanks.